How's it going, you guys? This is Bad Boy AK. In this video today, we're gonna be doing a installation, and I'll guide you guys through it. A installation of Strikerlights that I bought from Strikerlights. Now, Strikerlights is a company that makes LED side markers, and they make all kinds of cool headlights. You could have your, I believe, you could have your fog lights and flow series and all that stuff. It's a company that they make pretty much everything, and I'll put the link in the bio in the description. But anyway, I'll show you guys Strikerlights and the product, and I'll guide you guys on how you could install this, especially on your 2010 to 2014 Mustang. As you guys can see, this is the product that they make, Strikerlights, and I have instructions included with it, which I'll guide you guys on how you could do this for your 2010 to 2014 Mustang. But anyway, this is the side marker, and it's in, it looks very good. It has the little LED strip where, you can see the color changing and flow series effects. And basically, as you guys can see, I have a Anchor Room PPF kit that I'll put the link in the bio and description as well too. But I didn't really do it that perfectly. It was my first time. I never really did PPF stuff, but you can see it's not really nearly perfect, but it'll get the job done. Basically, what it does is it will protect your side markers from getting rocks getting hit or getting scratched or all that type of stuff. You don't want to get your your brand new side markers scratched up. So I installed PPF on my side marker. As you guys could see, it's not really that perfect, but it's my first time doing this, so I just decided to let it slide. But anyway, the main job for this is to protect it from getting scratched and rocks or something damaging the lens, which I couldn't afford to get my brand new lens damaged, so I decided to put a PPF on it to protect them. Before I did that, I also polished the lens because they had like swirls in them, so I polished them out and they look very perfect. If I take this if I remove the PPF, then it looks extremely there's not even a swirl in there. I basically when I got the kit, there were swirls in them, and I took my time. I used a Meguiar's Ultimate Polish, and I took the swirls out, and it looks brand new, not even a swirl or scratch on them. But anyway, I did all that, then I installed the PPF. But anyway, this is the side marker, and as you guys can see, that's the PPF. I have it on to protect it from getting damaged. But anyway, I'll show you guys the installation on how you could do this. Now it has some set of instructions, the marker line instructions to mount into the bumper factory nuts. So we're going to reuse the nuts, which is a 10mm bolt. Using supplied foot extension cable, connect the left and right side marker. Basically, it's really easy. You probably don't even need these instructions. It's really self-explanatory. Basically, just match up the red, green, and white wire right into it, and this bolts right up to your factory bolts. And it's really plug and play kit. There's not anything rocket science involved into this. But anyway, I'm gonna show you guys on how we do this, and removing the OEM side markers and then putting these ones on is what I'm going to show you guys. So as you guys can see, this is the harness. It includes two harnesses, and we're going to basically, it's like a plug and play. You just route them in. They include some zip ties to go block your hide your wires in and tuck them in place. But yeah, this wire, I already have everything plugged ready, and I'll show you guys on how we exactly do this. We're going to start out on the right side, the passenger side of the front marker, and we're going to go from there, and then we're going to route it all the way to the left side, which I'll show you guys how we exactly do that. But anyway, I got all this plugged in. That's the Bluetooth, and we need to make sure that this doesn't get wet, because this is not waterproof. And we're gonna do it in a way where make sure that it doesn't get any water or anything like that. And they include some. Let me show you guys. It includes these heat shrinks. These heat shrinks will protect your connectors. Make sure your connectors don't get water in them. They don't get damaged in them. And for that, you need like a hair dryer. Hair dryer is the best thing, or maybe a heat gun if you have a heat gun. I will obviously use a hair dryer because I don't think I have a heat gun on me yet. But yeah, we're gonna these heat shrinks, we're gonna use that to go basically lock them in place and make sure water doesn't get in the way, in case if you hit a flood or some water or something that gets in, they don't get damaged, the connectors. So yeah, that's what we're gonna be doing, and I have everything plugged and ready to install. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and I'll show you guys how we exactly go through this process. And I forgot to tell you guys, it's so cold in Houston that it's extremely cold. And bear with me, it's really cold, and I need to go check that tire pressure probably to make sure everything's good. But anyway, back to right where we're gonna do this side marker. This is the OEM one, and we're gonna basically take this one out with you need a 10mm socket, and we're gonna use the 10mm socket to remove the 2 bolts that are holding the factory side marker, and that's what we're gonna be doing. So we removed it with the 10mm bolts. As I guys told you, use a 10mm socket to remove them. 10mm socket, and basically you'll get these 2 nuts right over here, ladies and gentlemen. These 2 nuts, and you know, they work with that and it comes off. But now what we're gonna do is take this off the OEM side marker, and basically we're gonna, you know, like take it off, and then I'll show you guys what we do after that. Okay, so make sure where the wires go, and basically I have it plugged in, so all you have to do is heat shrink this. The heat shrinkers, we use the heat shrinkers. Make sure you plug it into the positive, then goes to the negatives, red and, you know, red and black. It goes to their positive and negative, as you guys know, positive, negative. Then we do that, and then after that we basically hide all these wires with the zip ties they supplied. And then after that, they work. Wait, hold on for a second. Where's the keys with me? Yeah, they work. As you guys could see right there, we got them working. You see, they're working, and they look very beautiful. And so is the other side right there is working. So basically what we're gonna do is hide the wires in, feed the wires all the way to the other side, and then, you know, hide the other wire right there in the other side. And yeah, so what I did is that I went to for some reason I was having a hard time to pull out this, I was having a hard time to pull out this thingy. So then after that, I don't think I'll be needing this anymore. So yeah, I was struggling for it for no reason apparently. But yeah, we're gonna basically hide the wires, put the zip ties, and then, you know, hide everything up, and then I'll show you guys the final results. Moving on to the back side, I'll explain to you guys what I did. So basically what I did was I took these 3 bolts off, and these 3 bolts were like right there, and then right there, and then one is on the bottom of, yeah, right there. You see, as you guys can see right there. And then you take those 3 bolts off, and then after that you slowly pop it out, and then once you slowly pop it out, you see the bumper comes loose, and then after that you see this harness right there. You take it out from your old OEM side marker, and then you plug it back in, and then after that you guys put that back on, and then after that you put the other wire, which I'll show you guys in a bit, put that one there connected to see it works. Then you ground it all the way to the other side of the trunk, and then by doing that, if you do it the other way around, like if you go underneath, you're gonna go mess up and damage a lot of people already did it before, you damage up your Bluetooth box, which I think I got one right here. You'll damage this up, and you don't want to do that. So the best bet is to route it and do it like how I'm doing it. Do right there, put the wires there, and go all the way there, and go to feed it all the way to the passenger side of the side marker, and that's what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna show you guys a little bit more detail on that. And in order to do this, I forgot to mention one more thing. We're gonna have to remove this panel and remove both of these tail lights, because that's how it's gonna work to feed the other wire to all the way to that side. So we're gonna have to first remove this tail lights, the left side and the right side in order to do that. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, YouTube, so we removed the tail light out, we removed that side marker as well too, we removed that, and we removed the right side of it too. So now all we have left to do is to plug this into there, and we're gonna go test to see if they fit. Okay, so now we got it. So basically I have it on, and you guys need to make sure that when you're doing this, you need to make sure about this wires right over here. So you see that, you see a purple and then a positive, and then after that you see a purple one. You have to match them. So basically like positive, negative, you basically, you know, negative and positive, they match, negative and positive. That's how you do it. And you know, basically just make sure if you put it the other way around, you could fry it up and damage the Bluetooth box. So that's something to be mindful for, and you know, it's a little bit of a thing you need to be careful about, because if you don't do it that way, like I'm telling you guys, then you could damage the Bluetooth box, and then, you know, you have to get a new Bluetooth box and then wait on a new one, and it's actually your fault as well too. So you don't want to do that. So yeah, I have it like that. All I gotta do now is put the heat shrinks on, and the heat shrink that wire, that connector right there, and that connector right there feeds to the passenger side of the side markers. So yeah, we're gonna be doing that, and you know, we're gonna finish this up and show you guys and the finished results. Okay, YouTube, so basically this is the finished product of pretty much the rear, and I'll show you guys the front later on. This is the rear for now, and the rear is basically, as you guys can see, it's RGB Flow Series color. And right over here, I'll show you guys, this is the remote that operates it. So if I hit up, oh no, I mean, not that, yeah, like 29, you can see it changes colors. It does pretty much every single thing like I showed you guys on the front end. It does pretty much the same thing for the back end too. And yeah, you basically, I can show you guys quickly all the different effects that it has. And so far, everything is good. Like I said, use those heat shrings and you pretty much got everything. It protects everything, waterproof damage. Make sure those 3 bolts are locked in on the bumper of your 2010 to 2014 Mustang. And this is all the effects it has. Pretty much it's like 120 different effects. And for my type of car, for some reason, I ended up with 2 different modules. So this in the rear is a it's called a band LAN X app, and basically it does pretty much you know, every single thing like what it does on the front. For the front, I had to use the LEDLights app. So I don't know, for some reason my kit, it has 2 different apps. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the case or the same scenario, and I'm not really sure about that. But anyway, so basically I have to operate with 2 different modules. So band LAN X app, and then after there's another called LEDLights. And the cool thing is I could control them differently. So I could, for example, this is a cool thing, you know, like a Mustang Decepticon, like seeing Transformers. I could basically have the rear as red and then the front as blue. And I could basically make it like a cop car basically, which I'll show you guys towards the end of the video. And that's that's pretty right there, as you guys can see. That's one of my favorite effects too. It's like the yellow, the Iron Man type of thing where it keeps changing colors like that. And I'll show you guys the front as well too. So this is the front, and as you guys can see, I have it as blue. And right here from there, when I change the color, it does pretty much the Flow Series colors, and we could basically keep changing it. And look, we got RGB right there. It has different color effects. You can have it strobing red. It does that. That's one of my favorite effects, having it red. Well, red is probably my favorite color, so yeah, red is the best way to go. We have all the different effects: green, blue, color chasing, yellow, color chasing, blue, pretty much all that stuff, pretty much all of it. We got the matching from the rear of the car. I think this was the color I had. And yeah, it's pretty much for the front. But yeah, I'll show you guys the Decepticon Mustang cop car style, which I'll show you guys right over here. So this was the Decepticon Mustang. I was saying like the cop looking type of car, if you want to have it like this too. This is probably my favorite type of look. So basically we got blue underglow, then we got wheel lights in red, we got the color chasing, not color chasing, but it's just going to the other way, blue. Then in the front I got red, and it's kind of hard to show since I'm, you know, filming it in the garage, but as you guys could get the image of how it is, red wheel lights. I actually recently installed those wheel lights, and it complements with the Strikerlights too, and it really changes the look of the car as a show car. This is probably the best way to go, to have pretty much all the lighting and everything like that. And the wheel lights also do the same thing too. It changes colors, but focusing on the Strikerlights, I must say that it really does change the look of the car. It is pretty much easy to install. It does the job, and I pretty much like it. And the results are endless. And would I recommend Strikerlights for your car? Absolutely yes. Go get yourself Strikerlights. They are pretty much the best mod you could do for your car, for lighting wise, if you're trying to attend car shows or car meets and you want to stand out from the crowd. This is probably the best thing you could do. They offer for Corvettes, Mustangs, Camaros, if I'm not mistaken. Other cars, they're doing it too. They pretty much have it done by now. They're pretty much trying to do it for every single car now. So go get yourself some Strikerlights if you're watching this video. And yeah, that's it for this video. Subscribe to my channel. As I keep saying, subscribe, keep showing the love and support like you always guys do. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys like this video. Catch me in your next YouTube video, which I'll be doing another mod for this car, and it's also going to be a lightning mod as a hint for the next video, and it's gonna pretty much, it's a game changer mod, like it's really crazy. So stay tuned for that video, but without further ado, that is it for this video for today. I hope you guys like this video. Take care and have a rest of your fantastic, beautiful day. Peace out.